Part two. It's birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, couldn't resist. Quite a change from the Beatles earlier. Thank you, 50 Cent. Any more? Okay. Okay, thank you, 50 Cent. I'll take it from here. Okay, so if you probably guessed by now, it is my birthday. I'm doing a couple live sessions today, just cut them in half so you don't overwhelm anybody. But this is part two, and it's on my birthday, my gift to you, from book to opportunities. Now we're going to talk about, now once you've had your book, which we talked about in the last session, how do you create opportunities? I put the link in there. I'll share it again, PeteGrimes.com/free gifts. And just if you want to see the resources we're going to be talking about today, but I even have a better opportunity for you too. But in our last episode, we were congratulating ourselves because we went through the steps of how do you speak your book into existence, okay? But we left with the questions like, okay, now you have a book. What's next? What do you do now? Okay. And that's what we're covering today. So we went from interview to publication. Now it's from clicks to clients. And this is all part of Legacy Thought Leadership, which I outline in my book, C-Level Author. You can see the little icon there on the top. And yeah, so that's good. And what's next? Clicks to clients, converting your followers into opportunities. Okay. And that's what we're talking about today. This is your marketing automation, but it's like, set it and forget it, where you're done and it works in the background 24/7 for you, okay? And there are 4 simple steps. One is to create a lead magnet, which is your giveaway. Talk more about that in a second. 2 is to build a lead funnel, a squeeze page. We'll also be covering that, of course. Then 3 is writing a 6-day email follow-up sequence. I'll show you some examples. And 4 is just to launch that baby so you start generating some leads. 4 simple steps, okay? It only takes us about 5 minutes. Going back to the lead magnet now, the lead magnet is essentially your bait for your ideal customer. It's not free drinks at the local bar because everybody wants that. It's something specific to your ideal customer, your ideal audience, okay? For example, if you're into finance, maybe it's the top 10 tips for navigating turbulent times, or Bitcoin, or whatever you decide, okay? But it's something, what I like to say, what would you give or say to your friend? So say you're a realtor and people are always asking you, hey, what do I need to do? Like, how do I sell my house? The top 10 tips for getting your house ready for sale, or for finding a house, or whatever it is. Or if you're a cybersecurity expert and someone's asking you, how do I get into this field? What courses should you be taking? Here's my top 10 list of recommended strategies, technologies you should be studying, or software vendors you should be researching. What would you give to your friend, or say to your friend who asked you for advice in your particular area of expertise, okay? That's the best way to think of that. And that becomes a digital piece of bait that you put at the beginning of your funnel to attract somebody. It's like, hey, click here for this top 10 hits of finance, for real estate, for cybersecurity. And that invites them to your website where you want them to register. What's really important about this website, or a lead funnel, the lead magnet, which we talk about in a second, is that it has to be super concise. I have a problem with that because I'm very garrulous. I like to talk, as you can probably see. But as Blaise Pascal says, if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. The art is in brevity. And here's an example. Here are some of the templates to give you an idea. It's just one major headline, a call to action, some kind of benefits in the bullet points, and then right here, download this now with your email address. That's it. That's all you need. All you want to do is invite people into your world, get them to register, so then you could follow up with them with your email follow-up. You can see a link there at the bottom, but I will provide this in the notes as well for a jot form. Let me just quickly show you what this is. This is a link where if you fill out this jot form, I could produce one of these same pages for you with your particular offer, with your particular verbiage. Just imagine you've written your book, now you want to promote it, and what would you say there? What are the key benefits? So when you go there, when you go to that link, you'll see this pop-up screen, and this is free. This is something I just want to do to get you set up. I really want to make sure that at least one of you is able to write your book. I mean, if that happens, and from doing these 2 live sessions, that just one person is able to get their book out, That would be the best gift ever for me, and potentially for this person. Hopefully this is you. And if it is, please follow up and let me know afterwards, okay? But this is it. Just follow through and you start filling out these things. And when you do fill out these short questions, I'll be able to come back to you with your script, which could either be a sales script or the script on that website, okay? Both are possible. Okay, so now with that said, let's go back to, feel like playing the red zone here. Oops, sorry. Oops. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, back in business. Okay, good. Back to the red zone. We're gonna go to split screen here. And now, that's a football analogy if you didn't guess, but good. Email follow-up is next. So once you've gotten them onto your landing page, they've registered. Of course, the next part is the email follow-up. This is the nurturing sequence because this is how you get them to know, like, and trust you. And I recommend these 6 topics. You could do whatever you want, but these are very recommendable. The first email is just to explain a little bit more who you are. The next one is, what do you do? What is your skill set? How do you do it? Like, what is your, how do you work? How would you do it to implement it? How you learned it. People are always interested in the backstory. And next is, who do you do it for? Like, what is your ideal customer? And then most important part at the end is kind of the closure of this first sequence is how you can do it for them. And this is where they start to realize, hey, they can envision themselves working with you or dealing with you and getting your insights, okay? As it relates to your book, whatever else kind of you want to do with it. It depends on your opportunity. If you're looking for speaking engagements, that'd be for speaking engagements. As it relates to your book, is it looking for consulting? It's for consulting as it relates to your book. Again, being on a board of directors, advancing your career, becoming a coach, consultant, any of these things could be related to this know, like, and trust sequence, okay? Now, with that said, you're ready to launch, baby. That's it. You've done everything you need to do. This is automated. It'll be working for you 24/7. You've got the book on the one hand. Now you've got the automation on the other, and it's going to be working for you in the back end. All of these are available to you but, in the resources section. But I just wanted to point out here that there's a checklist of what you need to put your book together, another checklist of what you need to know for your marketing part of things. Again, this is available to you, or as I like to call it, interview to publication and clicks to clients. Now, if you can do it, you want to do it yourself, that's great. If you want somebody to help you, let me know. But this is everything you need to know, the checklist. So you know how to write your book, you know how you do your marketing. Here, the checklist and the resources are available to you as well. And I'll put those in the link too. But this is it. So now you know interview to publication, you know, clicks to clients. This all is combined into legacy thought leadership, how you're influencing really through action, not as an influencer, but influencing through action. It's also described in my book if you want some more details, but that's it. And just to wrap up here, since this person is more concise than me for sure, you know, kind of an unknown person, Albert Einstein, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. So you've already achieved success. I think that the next point in your career, and this is what I talk about as a legacy thought leader rather than just an average thought leader, is you're thinking about your legacy. The next step is to become a person of value, paying it forward, leaving a playbook for the leaders of the future. Okay, and with that, that's it. It's my birthday. These are my gifts to you from books to opportunities. That's the free, that's the link, and we're all set. Thank you very much for your time. Please get your book done. If you need any help or have any questions, let me know. And if this has been helpful for you and you do get some progress and you do get your book done, please let me know. I'd love to hear that. Okay, with that, let's go back, hear a little bit more from none other than 50 Cent. Okay, well, I think he's taken us closed out. That's all for me today. Have a great weekend and take care.